your own AMI certificate with your own AMI number, and that's very cool to have if you want it. You don't have to have that at all to do anything here, but it's cool to do. I'll be your host this evening for the net, KF6SYD Steve. I'm in Long Beach, and my transmitter tonight is a CCA AM1000D inverted V at 70 feet antenna, AKG microphone, and some audio stuff, including the Schlockwood, Schlockwood 200 audio processor that keeps this transmitter from being absurdly wide. It's like 40 kcs wide if I don't use this, and it's respectable, like maybe 5 on each side of the carrier now. Yeah, maybe a little more, not much, with this processor. And if I had done a better job converting it, perhaps it would be narrow on its own, or perhaps it's inherent. Anyhow, this works. It seems to fit the bill. It sounds okay, I think. When I call you, please give your name and location, AMI number if you have one. Tell us about your equipment. Tell us about anything else you want to talk about for a minute or two. And let us know if you want to sell something. Something you want to ham radio related you'd like to offer to the group for sale, or something you're looking for. Maybe one of us have that for you. You could pick it up from some piece of equipment. Let me know if you want to be on the list for the round table that immediately follows the net tonight. I will periodically call for see if there's people that came along lately and want to get on the list for the net. I'll check every once in a while for that. So let's go ahead and do a tune-up, and then we'll get things started. Chino, California.
364 watt carrier, NY60. This is
Okay, I think that's everyone. And certainly good band tonight. NC300 report for those who are listening to me last couple of times. Let's see, making my NC300 receiver work. I found out if I tapped it on the face with this little hammer, not hard enough to make a dent or even chip the paint, but gentle taps, tap, it would begin to work again. Otherwise, no audio. And so Monday I decided to give it 30 taps, and the right location. It still works. I haven't had to hit it with a hammer. Well, it'll quit now, because I said it, but it's still working. It's what I'm using right now to hear everyone, and it just sounds better than the other ones I have here online. So that's my NC300 report. Again, thank you for taking the early list and getting the frequency hopping for us. K6LTL, go ahead and take your turn. Go ahead.
Okay, I see what you're saying. People say the path of the hurricane there. So the good thing is that for producers, once it goes past Florida, if they're out over the Atlantic, it will be away from the mainland. again, this will be in the area. Hate to see people go through that. Okay. Running the usual, what I call my plate modulated surfcase, made by our friends in Michigan. The East gets from the Deltax 100. Also, the straight in the Grenadier, at least a generation or so. Got it back in the 90s. So that's along with, I think, second or third D104 that needs some acoustic modifications too. And using a couple of different receivers, including the SDR, which is a Russell, with a display waterfall and other things. Inside all the activity there, which is kind of nice. We use testing at a tool along the warball to read out the frequency. So that's kind of nice. Alright. Antenna. Humble dipole. The both legs of the dipole now up into there, so that helps. So, thank you very much for those of you fellows that tuned in. Signal line calling as it got really dark here. And look forward to hearing you all there. My number is 1326-1326. Nothing to swap at this time. And roundtable probably not. I gotta get back and finish something I started here. So, back to you there, Steve. Thanks for fitting in the time. And hopefully, you'll have a good net. The out-of-staters are quite strong, so obviously there's propagation that's going out to east-southeast there. So, KF6SYD, net control, host K6LGL. Okay.
Yeah, the hurricane, that's giant hurricane. Supposed to go through Florida and remain hurricane strength all the way through out the other side. And people that live in Florida, I guess they know it's going to happen. But that other one that went up through Tennessee and North Carolina, that never happens to those guys. I mean, that's not supposed to happen there. It never has. Maybe 1,000 years ago, or however long. That is just, I feel so bad for them. And it's a mess. It's a mess in Florida from the first one. But this one is really a whopper. There are a couple of people we follow on YouTube. Remember Ken, a guy that races cars. They're right in the middle of it. So we got to watch them getting ready. Wait and see what happens when it's over, if they have anything left. I don't have any family in Florida, but boy, a lot of people do. Okay, let's keep it going. Kevin, WA6JKN. It's your turn, Kevin. Go ahead.
He'll be offensive all the way. We're over here for him.
I think this dumbass will ever get an HF or you lucky you got a tech license.
Well, I was reading the amplifier. I got the dashboard up and I'm looking at everything, all the parameters, forward power, reflective power,
There's guys all over the place walking around with
temperature, current,
internet shop.
voltage, everything. So it looks like it's running really cool. Very, very cool tonight. Also got the REA information manager up so I can see what's happening. with the modulation. I probably could turn up the audio a little bit, but I'll leave it where it's at. My fat fingers will probably hit something and screw the whole thing up. And I'm using the Smart Ring as my push to talk, and I have some ear pods on that make it really nice. I also have a microphone with this headset.
If I didn't wait to get mine,
it gives it a little bit better
I'm a crooked bastard.
control, strictly on operating satellite, because I operate full duplex on the satellite. You can hear your transmission during your transmit, the receive comes down. There's a little bit of delay, but not bad.
All right, you got to buy it now.
I want to say hello to George, W8 Victor.
$35.
Got a good signal, T368. I think it's what you think around. Sounds pretty good. Well.
No, it's $35 to renew your license now.
Well, anyway,
I
thought this just went short. Get it back over to you, Steve. Thank you for running the net, and also to Skip for doing the early. KF6 right in. This is WA6JKN operating remote. Tyler, back to you, Steve.
Oh, it sounds good now. You're full crunch. Well, I don't know what happened last time, but full crunch like this in the last, I don't know, 20 seconds? Just nothing. It's back running great again. I don't know what happened, but whatever it was, it's good now. Thanks for being here, Kevin. Okay, next up, Bill, WA6LJR. Bill, go ahead. WA6LJR, KF6SYD calling. We'll have to circle back around to Bill. But Phil's gonna be there. This is WH2. How you doing tonight, Phil? How's the toe doing?
It's a little sore. It's still a little crooked, but it's not bothering me any. How's yours? When you come, I'm key here. Anyway, been sitting here talking with Skip since for a while now. So there you go on that. Might as well do the login. AMI is 1661. Johnson Viking Ranger. Hammer on 82-110. L4B about 200 watts, according to the meter. And Johnson matchbox to keep it under control. 048. 610 scope, the white pattern. To me, it looks pretty good. I hope it's sounding good. About 285 feet of wire plus. Now I've got a loop configuration. And a nice hammer speaker to look for all the golden tones. And Ben has improved a lot since Skip and I and a couple others started off a little while ago. So I'm happy about that, and maybe we keep getting better. And with that, I'm going to get us I will be listening out, though.
All right, Phil. Well, I'm glad your toe's doing better. Mine's like perfect, but I don't trust it yet. You know, it's like I want to give it a couple more weeks before I allow it to get hit on anything again. Because for the first 2 weeks after I broke my toe, I kept hitting it. Every 2 days I'd hit it on something. And it's like you were breaking it all over again, because now it's good. I found the right pair of shoes to wear, and I don't think I've hit it on anything for 3 weeks, and it feels perfect. But we're gonna baby it for another couple of weeks till the bone gets nice and strong and knitted back together. All right, hang in there, Phil. You sound great tonight. Real good on the local receiver and KFS. Okay, Ron, KD6BWS. in Joshua Tree. Go ahead and take it, Ron.
Okay, thank you, Steve. KF6SYD, KD6VWS. Ron here in Joshua Tree. And AMI number 1671. And I'm on the Valiant, 150 watt carrier. Reading it with the Turner Plus 3. And receiving on the NC125. Got the scope hooked up, got the Q multiplier hooked up, but I got the peak turned down some now. But I could tune off and hear cabin good over the sidebanders by tuning down on the lower sideband, or the upper sideband, I should say. But anyway, that's going into a Drake W4 watt meter and the SA2040 heat kit antenna tuner, coax up to the in-fed long wire about 25 feet, quarter wave counterpoise off the shield. And yeah, thank you for taking the net tonight, Steve. It sounded great. I mean, you really clear the air. No sidewinders when you're transmitting. But yeah, most everybody's coming in pretty good. Can't complain here on reception. We're on the swapping round table, but I'll listen through. So back to you, Steve. KF6SYD, KD6VWS.
Okay, Ron. KF6SYD. Yeah, you're strong here in the Long Beach. I don't know why. The sideband, I can't hardly. I can tell they're there, but just faintly in there, and they're not really interfering with anyone's signal here in Long Beach. So I guess propagation made it that way. But this receiver's set wide. It's just hardly anything. So it's working out real good from this end, and I'm glad you can hear me all right. So have a good rest of your evening, Ron. Good to hear you. I saw a video, a guy was giving a rattlesnake a drink of water out in the desert. He's pouring the water down a rock in front of him, and he'd go out there and lick the water running down the rock, the rattlesnake. And then the rattlesnake got tired with the drink. He started feeling better. He looked up and he looked like he wanted to bite the guy. So the guy left. Great, he helped the snake. That was out. I don't know what desert he was out hiking in, but that made me think of you hiking through all the places you go in Joshua Tree. Okay. Let's put out a call and see if is there anyone that wants to get on the list before I keep going with the net? If so, please call now, KF6SYD listening. No, nobody. WA6LJR, Bill, are you back with us? No, that's not. Okay. KK6IRZ in the metropolis of Chino. How are you doing tonight, Jeff?
Well, what you gotta do?
Okay, KF6SYD with the Wednesday night AMI group, KK6IRZ. And yes, Steve, you squashed the sidebanders like smoke. Indeed. Well, you know, a lot of stuff going on, that's for sure. My nephew, I think I've mentioned a few times, came over here from Vietnam, and he ended up studying in the University of Florida in Tampa. So they've all evacuated and gone inland. So they're staying or trying to ride out in Orlando, which I guess is the hump in the middle that they figure is high enough that it won't. Or something like that. But yeah, it's pretty unusual. My dad, our family used to have a house just down below Tampa in a city called Inglewood. Florida. And they used to claim that they hadn't had a hurricane in over 100 years, touch them, because it always seemed that if it made it through, if it made it through into the Gulf of Mexico, it would always curl up more Texas, Louisiana, or that type of situation, and then curl, or it would dissipate, or it always would turn and go up the East Coast on the other side. So this is pretty different, pretty unusual, and pretty large size hurricane going through there. So especially right after the last one. Although it is a bit of a different path, it's still going to just continue to cause havoc, that's for sure. So I'm hearing everybody quite well this evening, no problems at all. I'm listening to everybody just on the local receiver, which I use the 735, Icon 735, that receiver. I don't have any of the other ones turned on right now, just using that one tonight. And that 735 drives my home brew rig that I built about 34 years ago or so, and that's called the Bourbon BJF 750. That goes over to a Johnson KW matchbox that connects on to open wire line that takes it all the way over to a whopping 32 feet in the center. And then one leg goes out and from about 32 feet to 20 feet, and the other side does a little bit of a zigzag check mark, forming what I call a square root antenna, because that basically is what it forms, a symbol of the square root. And the open wire line is zigzagging back and forth between the main house and the ham shack, because I don't want to cut it yet, but that's a totally different story. The audio is just a $35 electric condenser microphonium going into just a hair of processing to enhance. And then I do a little final control with a 31 band EQ mono style. And that's it. Simple and cheap. My AMI number is 1809, and I do not have anything to sell or look for right at the moment. And I will listen through and see how things go, but put me on the round table for afterwards from now, but I can't guarantee it. KF6SYG back over to you with the Wednesday night AMI net. This is KK6IRZ, Jeff in Chino, California.
All right, Jeff. Oh, I'm sorry you guys got family over there. Your nephew will escape the surge, but he's not going to escape a lot of the fierceness of this thing in Orlando. But gosh, I hope everybody does all right and all of that. Got you for the round table if we can make it. So good to hear you, Jeff. Okay. KN6IYC, Larry, you were booming in here when you were talking to Skip. Let's see if things held up. Go ahead, Larry. It's your turn.
so long. But so they're hanging in there, and they're just hoping that they can find the strike. We'll see. So far, so good. The reports coming in by the time it gets to them. So we'll see. We hope that's a true story. Down here in San Diego is not looking good for all Padres right now. I will go further than that, but we'll come out there. Number is 1815, and tonight I'm using the mighty Viking Ranger. And speaking of it all happened. That service being monitored by the SB6 window, and now let them we're starting to speak to 38,699. So it happened just a little bit. That signal's being boosted.
Okay, Larry. I'm sorry you guys got much family out there. I don't imagine they can sleep through this. They at least watch outside when the eye gets to them. I heard it's totally calm. And they can see what got blown over and go back in before it all gets blown the other direction. Because that's what I hear happen. I hope they're all right. And sorry about the Padres. Maybe they'll turn things around. I know it doesn't look good, Larry. Best wishes. Okay, next up, John, K7, LOI, in anticipation of good things coming in the future. John, go ahead and pick it up. KF Success YD.
Yeah, Success YD in the Wednesday night group. K7LY. Yeah, Steve, you got it right on the first time. Perfect. Gold star for you there. And a gold star for your audio, Steve. It sounds absolutely perfect. You're just crushing it tonight, as usual. I have quite a bit of sideband QRM up here tonight. And you and Jeff are the only ones that are full quieting, as it were. Even though I modified my 75A1, which is what I'm listening on, I built a 6 kilohertz mechanical filter for it, and it helps a big pile but it doesn't get rid of all of them. So, but I haven't had to turn on KFS, which is good. So, not complaining. And again, all the other fun toys are crated up out in the garage, so I'm transmitting off of the Yaesu again tonight, and that's about 250 watts going up to the inverter. So, let's see, AMI 1773. No swapping the round table. Thanks for doing the net, as always, you're doing a great job, Steve. Back to you.
Okay, John, doing a good job down here. And, yeah, I looked you up on QRZ just to be sure I got it right. That sometimes pays off, that extra bit of carefulness. So, good luck with everything. Good to hear you. Let's see how things are doing in this area. NY6, the mighty NY6LJ, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I don't know how mighty I am, but try to put out a good signal from up here in the high desert. Good evening, Steve and everybody else here in the West Coast area. NY6LJ here in this area. It's 33 degrees outside. It's supposed to drop down to 55 tonight and a little bit of breeze in the trees outside, and not so much, but it's starting to cool down up here a little bit, so I'll be able to do some stuff outside and do all kind of fun stuff. As I head out my number 1540, we're Super Senior tonight, and we're almost ready to put the Valiant on the air. We'll do some more checkups and things and hookups, and we're going to put that baby on the air. So maybe next week. All right, on the receive end, we got the with the Super Senior, we got the ICOM ICR71A, and that's of course feeding a Telstar HF auto tuner going out to a 6-meter Palomar engineer center fed dipole, approximately for 35-40-ish feet, and it's working very well. So. All right, nothing to buy, sell, or swap. Got the Southern California Youth Radio Society in Burbank swap meet coming up this Saturday. The week after that is the Claremont swap meet, and the week after that is good old TRW. So it's something to do. And let's see here. I got some things in the workbench. I'm working on a 6-meter amplifier on the bench here. So I will be looking, but nothing to the round table. So if something's interesting, I might jump in, but otherwise I'll just be listening. That's their Cable Steve, and how's my signal? Hopefully I'm still fighting in Long Beach. KF6SYD, NY6L area.
Yeah, you're full crunch. Perfect lifting on the scope. Sounds good. Keep up the good work, Jay. We'll catch you next time. Don't work too hard. We have a couple left on the list, and I'll check to see if Bob's out there and anyone else. So, W8 Victor Bob, how are things out your way? KF6SYD.
W8 Victor Golf. Yeah, things are doing good out here, Steve. Not too bad at all. Yeah, let's give this some modulation. There we go. I'm watching things on the REA modulator to make sure we're doing okay here. Yeah, all looks good so far. Yeah, doing okay. Not too bad. We still have summer going on out here, and we're hoping to get rid of that here about another week. Temps are still up in the hundreds during the day. It's a little colder in the morning, but once the sun comes up over the yard arm, it's almost like it's we're hoping to cool off. Anyways, I am out here in the casita tonight. Kevin, hello to you over in Brewer. Not on the T3 though. I'm on the 813 rig. Full legal limit, modulated by a pair. Listening on the R390, and the antennas the usual inverted be up about 40-45 feet, fed with flatter line right here to a home link anyway, and it's kind of quiet here, Steve. The SYL took off from Munich today. She's taken her 95-year-old uncle back after a couple of weeks visit here in the States. He's got to eat in all his favorite places, Olive Garden and Red Lobster and all that kind of stuff, and a local steak joint. And now he's going to go back to the land of beer.
What kind of toy I'm going to buy?
Anyways, we get her back on Sunday night, so I'm going to be in charge here for a few days. So all things are going to change around this place. Anyways, I'm the boss of 3 cats and a dog. Yeah. Doing all the show. Anyways, let's see. Everybody tonight over here in the Old Pueblo. I do have Matt on there, but I'm hearing just about everybody on the R390. I'm using the loss mitigation method. I've tuned about 2 cases high and put her in the 4 cases position, and that pretty much brings everybody through. I'm getting KFS fired up just in case, yeah. But I'm hearing everybody. I think you're on the local receiver. You're
that's what I am.
number 1814. And we'll be around for the round table. Probably listen out early. And back over to Long Beach it comes. SYD, W8 Victor Golf.
All right, George. No, don't need KFS for you. It's just sit back and listen. So making it out here just fine. I hope your wife does good on her trip, taking her uncle back to Germany. Hope she makes it back safe on Sunday, I believe he said. And yeah, you don't have to look like you're working on something all the time until she gets back. That's what I always have to. I always feel like I have to be looking like I'm doing something that makes a difference. And when I'm alone, I'll just sit here and do nothing for a while. That's just the way I am. Anyway, enjoy your time batching it if you can. I bet you're looking forward to getting her back. Good to hear you, George. Okay, out to La Cañada. WA9 JIB. Bob, how are you doing tonight? KF6SYD.
KF6SYD, the AMI group, it's WA9 JIB. I'm over here. It's still pretty warm here today. What's that happening? Band is very strange. Yes, I'm hearing tremendous QSB and Skip went from super loud to couldn't hear us, and then back again. Steve, of course, you're solid in there, but a lot of other stations up and down. Despite that, I'm hearing everybody. Using the Hammerland HP-1 X-ray as a receiver. Let's see, this is coming to you, Steve. For my birthday last Saturday, Lady turned out to be Complete Series of the Invader. Oh, that's take over the world. Anyway, no AMI number for me, no life, no swap at the moment. I am looking forward to this day. I'm going to go to Burbank meet. Saturday, we'll see what happens over there. Sure, any new choices. I need it. But you never know what'll fall in. So anyway, that's the story here. No AMI, no
Alright, Bob, yeah, I know that show. Very frustrating show. I don't think I watched it a lot, because it's always the same thing. It's like, these people are doing this. We don't believe you. No, it's true. No, you're crazy. And I'm like, I probably watched some of it. I certainly do remember the show. I hope you enjoy it. I think it was even on one of the channels here, on air or on the satellite. And I'm like, no, not that. I know. And I watched a little bit of it, and bad things were happening. They wouldn't believe them. Very, very frustrating for me to watch. Have fun, Bob. I'm just kidding, but it's kind of true. Okay, let's circle around and see if Bill came back. WA6LJR, are you back with us? KF6SYD calling. How you see? George, go ahead and take one. Good to hear you.
Well, you know what they say, it's going to be heard. Anyway, I just got down here, so we're late, kind of watching the ball game, and it's not going the direction for San Diego tonight. But one more game after the game. Anyway, good evening, everybody. AMI 1107, and just check my music here. Hold on a minute. Minor adjustment there. And running the normal setup, the Ranger driving a Sugar Baker 220 for about 350 watts. Listening on the Hammerland HQ110 Alpha. And full wave loop up to about 40 feet. Goes to 2 with the LCD line homemade coming through the wall right to the center. And monitoring with Sugar Baker 610 scope. And the regular scope hooked up to the receiver and the transmitter. All right. Back to you, Steve. Thanks for picking me up. And I don't know how many guys are in here tonight, but I'll be listening to the end. W6SYD. Let me pick up the truck from W6YD.
I don't want to talk about the truck yet. No, it's 13 of us total. No, including you too. I'm glad you got in. You're probably next to last. Still need to call out for Bob. That was my phone. Yeah, Larry told us about the ball game. He's not happy about it either. That was my phone again. And but sounds like you're doing good. Hope that everything's going well with you. And glad you're able to make it in on the tail end. So let's see if Bob's out there. NA7RH, Bob, would you like to take a transmission from the net tonight? KF6SYD calling. Well, it just wouldn't be a net without Bob. He's not here. Okay. That was... This has been quite enjoyable. I'm so glad that George wasn't able to do it yet when I got to fill in for him. Thank you all for being here. I had a great time. I hope all of you did. I hope the ball game gets better, but probably not enough time for that. Let's all say a little prayer for the people in Florida. They're going to get clobbered tonight. And I have Jeff for the round table. KK6IRZ, I'll hang in for one or two, and anyone else want to join in for the round table, just butt in, let us know you're here. So KK6IRZ for the round table, if you're able to make it, KF6SYD.